we have to prepare our team now as we're getting into this before it's too late. If we can get our team to feel like heroes in this marketplace, we're going to thrive. If the team comes in every day just sunk and no energy, we're going to have a big, long struggle for the next 3 years. And I'm trying to avoid that with everything I got. Hi, everybody.
Hello.
Hey. Hello. We are gathered here today to make our big announcement officially as a team. So we are here to rescue your agency.
We've listened to all the calls and blanters that we've received, the emails and the frantic conversations that are happening.
Yes, as many of you may know, we are entering a market that we have not seen in over 75 years, the hardest of hard market. The veterans are talking about other hard markets where it was very like by product or by certain companies, but this is a universally across the board rate increase market coupled with inflationary marketplace outside. So the economy is in inflation, coupled with our companies and carriers are also having issues with reinsurance and staffing. And so we are literally in the insurance perfect storm. Our goal is to help agencies not just survive, but thrive during this marketplace. And I have to say, shout out to Therese. She could not be on our emergency podcast shooting because she's kicking people's butts in her martial arts class tonight. So she is getting ready to be a hard market hero.
She's our secret ninja that's going to help us get through this, but she's got to finish her training first.
She does have to, she's going to karate chop her way and kick people's butts that mess with us in this point in time. And so I'm excited to just kind of talk with you guys a little bit so that our loyal listeners understand what they can get when signing up. And I want to give a big shout out to Bobby for coming up with the name. We had some hotly contested chats on a Saturday as we were going back and forth with names and all of that fun stuff. And Bobby was the winner with, do you want to do drum roll, please, Bobby?
Winner, winner, winner. Hard market hero. Let's take off, guys.
Yes. And so we are excited to launch this. So I don't want anybody thinking, because I know the pushback we're going to get, right? So let's talk about this for a second. We're going to do 3 live sessions a week on 6 topics. So starting the week of May 15th, every week, we're going to take 1 topic a week. You can drop in on any of 3 sessions. If you choose, you can also purchase the recordings. But our goal is to build community. It's to let everybody know they're not alone. Your team feels like it's only happening to them and they're drowning, and that's not the case. We're sitting here and we're thinking the whole world's crumbling around us. We're grieving. We want the market of the past, which, by the way, in the market of the past, we still weren't able to keep up, right? So now we couple this on and people are getting pummeled and buried. And so let's start thinking about this. Why wouldn't you sign your team up for these live sessions?
Well, I think it's important, too, that we let you know the first one we do is how to lead your team through this. So we're not just like, hey, guys, like, let's just throw you to the wolves. We're going to help you understand how to help your team on our very first session.
Yeah, you need to be a wartime CEO now, which means you're going to need to set the strategy. You're going to need to look at metrics every single day. You're going to need to pump your team up because they're going to be low, and you're going to need to be that breath of fresh air. You're going to learn how to motivate and incentivize them. But you have to keep morale and spirits high so you can kick the competition's butt.
And you can fill your Amazon cart full of all the white ammo that you can find.
That's right.
Camo. White camo, not ammo. Sorry.
And I don't know if I've seen a lot of white camo. I mean, I have green camo.
It's for winter.
Okay.
But it's a lot sassier than the green.
Okay. Whatever you got. So the first step is we want to help people identify how to lead their teams, because I think a lot of leaders are struggling, and you're going to set the pace for what happens. If you're running around stressed out, guess what your team's going to be? Stress the F out. Instead, we want to teach you a little bit more about how to effectively manage in this different time so your team doesn't burn out and all decide to go be like Wendy's, Burger King, or somebody else like out there and just a nice, easy job. My out was always I was going to become a Starbucks barista, but I'd probably drink my paycheck.
But see, my out was going to be to go sell insurance again. So, I mean, we all have our out.
Your out was like related out.
Yeah, like I was like, cool, I'm just going to go sell some more insurance then.
That's right. So we're going to talk about this stuff, and we were just chatting before you guys get on, right? So we're starting to talk to clients about it. And the initial reaction is that's amazing, but right? And so I want to try to smash up some of the reasons why. And I know, Bobby, you had some interactions with some people as we were kind of explaining it. And I think that the owners are going to be bought in. I think sometimes the logistics from the office management or the team leads is you're going to hear some pushback. And so one of the first pushbacks I'm just going to throw out there for us to digest is you're going to say, great, we want to enroll people in this. We need to give them tools. And somebody on the team might say something like, we don't have time for that. Right? We don't have time for that. I understand where that's coming from, right? Nobody can go to the bathroom. People aren't eating. We're backlogged and buried. The last thing we think we can do is create an hour pocket to learn something new, because what we're doing is we're in such firefighting mode that all we can see is the fire in front of our face, and we can't see the fire prevention mode. And leaders need to be thinking about fire prevention. Even if it's an hour, if you buy the recording, if you have your team live, you can pick from 3. You don't shut down the whole office, right? You can sign up everybody for different sections. You can say, let's stay an hour and I'll pay you overtime, or go home and watch it, or shut the office down early, or block time. Whatever you have to do, your job as a leader is to provide your team tools. And if we keep operating like we were a year ago, we're going to be in this market at least until the end of 2025 by every projection. So that means we got to get through 2022. Or we got to get to 2023. We got to get through 2024. And then we have to get through 2025. We have to prepare our team now as we're getting into this before it's too late. So what do you guys have as far as I don't have time, or my office manager says we don't have time for this?
What if we taught you how to talk to the right client more efficiently?
Ooh. You mean in this market, we shouldn't be focused on my brother's $700 monoline policy when he sometimes pays his bill?
Maybe we should be focusing on the person that never talks to us, that has a great account that just pays their bill and just renews.
That has no relationship with us. We have no deposits in their client piggy bank, right? Because they haven't needed us. We've taken them for granted for a long time.
Yeah. I mean, I think if we can just teach some basic time management skills, what about direct entry into the agency management system? And how do we determine who we're going to send to a remarket and when we're going to do that? So I think our staff needs to know, right? They need those skills to understand and how to make those decisions. And the CEO can't be running around over each other's shoulder going, oh yeah, market that one, but don't market this one. We have to rely on our staff to be able to make the decisions and execute during this time period.
Or the producers can't be like, shop my whole book and then not even present the quotes, right? So, another thing I think that you're going to face as you talk to your team about this is, how do you make it fun for them? Our whole position on this training and these sessions they're not webinars, they're live sessions. You can talk, you can say, this is what we're facing. It's not sitting there and just being zoned out on a webinar. It is giving people actionable tools that they can use right away to make their lives better. Because if we're in this market for 3 years, we can't blow our remarket year one. There's not a lot of companies open for business. So whoever is going to get the bulk of business. And guess what's going to happen next year? And we're going to put people on a cycle of either non-renewal or rate increases. And we need to clean accounts this year. Phase 1 is clean the account. Put the discounts on, educate them, scare about inspections, but we have to give people these tools, right? If you're hearing I don't have time, I'm going to just say you don't have time not to if you don't have time, because we need to pick up time. And we need to get creative, whether that's you shut down the agency at lunch and you bring in lunch and you watch the videos, or you watch the live sessions, you drop in, whether you say, hey guys, I'm going to pay an hour of overtime for everybody. We're going to stay and watch this. You have to figure out how to get these tools into the hands of your team. Otherwise, they're going to burn out, or they're going to start getting sharp with customers. The whole thing is going to fall apart quickly, in my personal, humble opinion.
I agree. I mean, I don't see any Olympic athlete out there not preparing for their game, right? This is our game time. We have prepared for these moments to swoop in and be our customer's hero. That's what this is all about. We have to help guide them through this time period, and we have to prepare in order to do that.
We have to be confident in what we're telling our customers as well. We need to know what's happening. We need to understand how it affects them. And we need to be able to hear and share stories with our clients so that they can understand what's going on as well.
Yeah. And that, the next pushback, it's $495 for 6 sessions. Okay. $495. As many people in your agency can go. We're not going to get into buying per person or anything like that.
Team?
The whole agency. And
The
they can
whole
go to 3
agency for
sessions a week if they
$495.
want to. They can literally go to as many as they want. So $495 for the entire agency to attend. And then you can go there. Now, there are upsells if you want to add on our how to stop a cancellation, if you want to add on getting the recordings, if you want to add on, we have a special section on if you're in coastal or fire zones of how to handle things because your market is like, everybody's here. You're like, here, you're extra. So we're going to give you a little extra as well, but really kind of focusing in on the fact it should be economical and affordable because with these rate increases, you're taking in more premium as well. And so it is important to focus on that. If we kind of look at the sections, first one is leading. You guys are going to get to go in there, be with a bunch of other agency owners where you can let your hair down and just kind of be like, this is how you need to be running your shop today. Okay. You can't run it like you did a year ago. We're in a different marketplace. It is time to step up to that plate. Section 2 is all about one of my favorite topics, managing your time.
I love time management.
Yeah. And we go into tiering customers and we go into prioritizing and we go into the idea that we can't just be everything to everybody. We have to set reasonable expectations and that, you know what, a lot of our time gets sopped up in the wrong areas because we're not able to manage expectations. So we're going to go into that. Step 3 is new, brand new, never been done before, but I'm so excited about, which is confidence.
Building confidence.
I got up on stage and said, I think if I owned an agency, I might consider all my salespeople going into retention and all my service people going into sales. Because in this market, you're going to get flooded with new calls. And if you can save people money, it's like shooting fish in a barrel. The real work is going to be on that retention side. And we have a lot of sweethearts out there that just love their customers, but they're thinking with their own back pocket. They're thinking solve the pain of the price. We get ourselves wrapped up in seeing that renewal come in and getting ourselves all worked up. When in all reality, we have to find the best solution for the customer. And the best right now is not to shop them. And so how do we say that confidently when I'm so used to saying, thank you, Mr. Steven, I'm so happy you got a new car.
We had to teach them the why and the how.
And the art of the difficult conversation, right? Knowing that they're not mad, the client's not mad at you. It's usually just a reaction. And then you're going to be their hard market hero by explaining to them what's going on and explaining a plan and guiding them to the best solution. I feel like Bobby has something really important to say.
This is what we spent all of our years waiting for, right? Like, I mean, yeah, we've been writing all this insurance and we've been doing all these things, but we have to go to school. We have to keep up our continuing education so that we can be that person for them at this time period. Use your skills, guys. Bring on your superpowers and use your spidey senses and go get them.
Also, did you know that Bobby Fernandez was the California CSR of the year?
It was.
I learned that last week.
Wow.
That's right. We have royalty on the call.
Old royalty. It's like an old Miss America pageant around here.
Still get a tiara.
I have to wear my flats now. I can't wear my heels anymore.
So after we build up that confidence, we're gonna have a very blunt conversation with everybody. How do we talk about rate? We don't need to sugarcoat it. We don't need to apologize for it. We just need to explain. And by the way, once you break it down for the right customer, not the wrong customer, the right, most people understand the building costs, the inflation, the carriers are just as hurting as everybody else out there. And so once you explain it and you explain to them what the best plan is, most people will say thank you. And remember, when they call us, it's just a question. Why did my rate go up? It's not a request. It's not a demand. It's not a threat. It is a question. So we want to give you our best script of how to educate that person and make it so that it's something that anybody who visits this session is going to be able to do. Then the next one that we have is...
should we review or remarket? Ooh.
Now, I don't want everybody thinking that I'm going to get up on my soapbox and tell you need to call every customer for a renewal review. You do, but we're going to take this from a much more, if you're getting non-renewed, someone calls in or you're going to reshop, guess what we should do?
We had to have a review first.
Review. Don't take old information. It's not going to fly today. You're going to cause yourselves more headaches. You need to find out that Bobby's no longer driving that car and that they put a new roof on the house. You need to find all those things before you go out to reshop them. And we might find that we don't have to, and we can save that remarket for 2024 or 2025. And that's what we need to be thinking. Conservation of our remarketing powers. And then we go into the final one, which is if we have to remarket, we're going to get something out of it.
Yeah.
And
what you gonna get? A
what you gonna
cross-sell?
get?
Coverage increase.
What?
Boom.
All the things.
Boom.
This is where I get
increase,
passionate.
payments, paperless, referral, Google review, clean up that account, make it right, make it pretty.
I'm happy to rewrite this as long as you do it on EFT.
Or there's not even a choice.
Set the rule.
Get it done. We have to be in that mindset because our renewals are going to take longer today. And if we don't give people the right tools. So what I'm asking you guys to do is consider this. Sign up. If you have questions, book a time. We're happy to talk to you about this. As you can tell, we're super passionate. Tell a friend. If you're watching this and you're like walking the dog and you're like, there are 3 people that need to do it. Forward this on. Get them to sign up. We want to make this a community event that everybody can participate in and get the best tools out there. And our job is to do this over 6 weeks so we can go enjoy our summer, because my fear, just so everybody understands, is we go into the summer months and everybody's on vacation and our lives got hard and now they're getting like murdering, like somebody's going to get murdered because we're short-staffed. The carriers are going to be short-staffed because it's summer. So if we don't do something now, do you know what we're going to be in August?
Not pretty.
Murdery.
Yeah.
Not just muggy, but murdery.
Murdery. It's not going to be pretty. So keep this in mind. If you can think of a reason why you shouldn't sign your staff up, let me know and I will give you a free seat. Email me, call me, DM me. Give me one reason that is valid that you shouldn't be signing up for this.
That's valid that they shouldn't be signing up.
I'm Judge Judy. I will determine the validity of the request. And I will say that
you already know that I don't have time is not a valid request, guys. So that one's not going to fly.
I'm so busy. You use the B word in front of me. I'm going to charge you double. No.
Or my team won't do a webinar.
They're a live session.
Or you can have us in your office live too.
Yeah, we'll come down and do it live as well. Also, I will
get on that plane and be there.
I'm going to get some hate for this, and that's okay. We pay our staff 8 hours a day to do what we request. So if they say they won't do it, then that is the definition of insubordination. Steven's like, he's in syncing it.
Bye.
You know, and we're going to talk about that during the leadership section as well. So stay tuned. So I know we have to get everybody off this podcast. Thank you guys so much for participating in this and taking a crazy idea that I think I had one day when I was at my wit's end, getting onto every staff meeting with my clients with bitter beer face. This is what I faced for like 16 hours straight.
Yeah,
and everybody was
day.
on mute. Yeah. And no one would talk to me. And I'm like, guys, what's going on? Market's hard.
The market's hard and underwriters don't call me back. But I didn't complete the application either.
I can't get one.
Yeah, well, and for somebody like me that it's like we can't make progress on the programs that we're in, I'm like, everybody out of the pool, we got to figure something else out. So thank you guys for allowing us to, one, present this to you, and Bobby and to Steven for helping co-present, for Therese, who's learning how to kick people's butts right now, ninjaing it out there.
She's putting in the work.
And everybody, our goal is to make your team hard market heroes. And most importantly to me, feel like a hero, not feel like a victim or beat down every day. Because if we can get our team to feel like heroes in this marketplace, we're going to thrive. If the team comes in every day just sunk and no energy, we're going to have a big, long struggle for the next 3 years. And I'm trying to avoid that with everything I got. So let's get signed up for our hard market hero course starting the week of May 15th. Thank you.
Grab your tape. Let's go.
Let's go, team, go.